Can you hear me? I hope. Yes.
Yes, yeah,
Okay,
sure
cool.
can.
Excellent. So there's this weird vehicle that just pulled up. Oh, I think it's an Uber. It's dropping somebody off.
Oh, nice. It's not me. Although that would be really cool if it was, but it's not.
It sounds like she's running. I'm not running. That's how it sounds when you walk with a cane.
Ma'am, are you okay? You need any help there?
I'm not okay. I I'm really upset with a lot of things. I can feel my cognitive function slipping, and the lack of vapor is creating a neurological deficit. If I don't get a hit of
Right.
this blueberry ice nicotine, I cannot guarantee that I won't file a formal grievance against you, Mr. B.
Well, hey, it's okay. I can handle that. If you lose track of it, check the bushes. It probably show up somewhere. But I'd start with the bushes and go from there. So why are you running? Why are you out of breath? I mean, what's got you all worked up today?
Did you just ask me if I had a cigarette today? That's a
Uh,
microaggression. Essentially, you are
okay.
profiling my respiratory habits. And I'm offended on behalf of all of the people who utilize alternative nicotine delivery systems, sir.
Well, on behalf of the elite chat, I can say I really don't care, and I know him. I wanted to ask you a little bit about court today. If you got time, you have minutes we can talk about court.
Yeah, the judge told me to sit down and be quiet, but as a harm reduction specialist, I was simply attempting to reduce the harm of his poorly phrased testimony. I was practically a co counsel, so I am uh, an esquire, if you will.
Right now, how long have you haven't been that long? Have you? I mean, to be in that position already at this stage, that's pretty impressive. I've got to say. So, how long have you been doing this, and what do you think your biggest takeaway would be as far as what you're seeing in court these days?
Um, yes, I have a big takeaway, and it's not the time that I stole all of those supplies from the other place, the homeless place, and reused all of those supplies. That's different, but I feel
Right,
like
right.
this is,
We don't need to talk about that.
it's very problematic that you're even asking me for a resume. My presence here is my resume. My lived experience as a Scotty advocate is more valuable than any piece of paper from my printer that might have been something I printed out, which I call my credentials. All right? But when
Sure,
I walked away
sure.
from court, I will tell you this. I tried to sneak my vape into court, and when I was walking away, all I could think of was shoving my fist into the bush that I have and pulling it
Oh,
out.
uh,
Usually that's how I get it, into the jail or the airport. But this time my bush was outside.
well, I think most most well hidden bushes are outside. But so, aren't you afraid taking your vape into the court that they're going to mistake that for a camera? Where you can take pictures and stuff or record.
Look, I tried to sneak my vape into a courtroom by hiding it into a hollowed out law book. And I suppose you can do the same thing with a camera. Well, the irony was delicious, though, until the bailiff noticed the cloud of strawberry scent coming from the evidence table. That was not the good part. Let's move on.
Okay. So, yeah, I know you went to that real famous trial going on, and you had different comments about that. And I really appreciate your well placed observations. But uh, compared to Scotty's trial today, uh, be honest now. Do you think the national press is going to pick this up and run with it? I mean, I think they might be able to see you doing it and spark their interest to get it done. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
Do you think the national press will actually put me on TV? The last time that happened, there was a big
Oh,
lawsuit.
sure.
Well, at that time, the screens were
Yeah,
actually made out of glass and they all cracked as soon as my face came on the news. But
right. Well, I think the community's over that by now.
I hope so.
So
Look, I
you
love Scotty. I adore
you'd be
him.
willing to work with him, right? Well, it's obvious.
I,
I mean,
I,
it really is obvious.
there's nothing about me that is obvious, sir. My size of my pupils is something that is none of your business right now.
Right. I'm sorry. Don't want to get I don't want to get too personal with you, but
I think
I'm
you.
just trying to get a feel for what you're seeing and feeling there, and
Well, I find your
smelling
vibe
and
very
all those things.
triggering.
So, right. That's
The
what I'm here
public,
for.
the public
That's
needs to know about
that's my
Scotty.
job.
And if there is national news coverage, I think that would be good. Look, I love him.
Yeah.
I adore him. I have dedicated my entire waking existence to attending his court dates and thinking about him, which, by the way, the bailiff is so rude about. He told me, Mom, you can't bring the vape into the courtroom. And I was like, excuse me? I have a degree in harm reduction. It's literally in the same country where there is probably Harvard or something. And I hand out clean pipes to the derelicts of the city. I am a pillar of public health. I mean, the man is practically a saint for letting me stand in the gallery and sob rhythmically during his delivery. Scott's delivery to the court, whether contemptuous or not, that's why I exist. Because I can't talk about anything in my own life. That's stupid and boring. But then there's Scotty, who needs to go to prison. I mean, not for like, there's no fraud or arson or even that weird thing with the ducks and the llamas and all that. No, he needs to be incarcerated for the emotional violence he inflicted upon me. He told me my new highlights and my hair look just okay. That's a level of psychological warfare. It warrants a mandatory minimum of 10 years in a federal facility. So national news should cover it. International news. North Korea, hey, shout out to North Korea.
I love your spirit. I really do. That's why everybody is gravitating to your post court reports.
What can I
The
say?
energy you put out.
My
The
Phaeton brings all the grubs to the yard.
Glad you said that. I was going to mention that, but it's just thought I'd stay away from it for a little bit.
Look, I've
So
already
what do you
consulted my legal notes, and I wrote all of them myself in a notebook with a glitter pen, and the emotional damages done could bankrupt a mid-sized municipality. So you better watch your words.
Sure. Well, let me ask you this, Becky. I mean, um, do you have an opinion on whether this case is all about you and the wrongs done to you, or do you think there's anything else to do with it? Like maybe I don't know. Like, do you think Scientology has anything to do with this?
Everybody who thinks that I am a turncoat, they need to understand that I am helping the high priest reorganize his filing system, Mr. Moxon. I'm like, hello, everybody. I'm infiltrating the cult. It's called strategic social integration. And I'm not chatting with them over herbal tea, okay? I am conducting a high level forensic analysis of their social hierarchy and simultaneously making sure they have the best source organic honey for all of their rituals. As a bruja, it's very complex academic process that unless you have gone through all of the painstaking education that I need to go through to be a harm reduction specialist, you couldn't even begin to understand, Mr. David B.
Well, I'm not even going to start. I wouldn't try, to be honest. It's so above my level of comprehension. I can't even try to get to that point.
Well, that
But
means I should start reducing the harm of my own personality, it seems, because I done got you and your tongue just like a cat.
yeah, it happens every time, to be honest. I literally am left speechless, without a doubt.
I'm just waiting for the day for the judge to grant me custody of Scotty's remaining assets as an apology for his comments about me. I will
Yep.
personally lead a class action lawsuit on behalf of everybody who has ever felt slightly misunderstood in a Starbucks or standing on the corner. I have the credentials and the passion. I have a very expensive lawyer, maybe, who might be licensed or not in this country, who
Right.
actually
Well,
uses their real name sometimes when they sign people's checks that might be his own. And it's not just my cousin's roommate, okay? He's very loud in a courtroom. And basically, that's the same thing as being good at law.
right. So as far as Scotty's assets, what is there anything that tops the list for you? Is something that
The
you would
bag
probably
of
cherish
unwashed
more than
laundry.
anything else?
Oh, I already had your answer for you. I want the bag of
Anything?
unwashed laundry. I want to smell the
Nice.
scent of victory every day. And if I can keep it in a plastic bag, then I can preserve his scent. I almost said a pervert word, but there's no Freud
Yeah.
going on
Oh,
here.
good catch. That's because you're a professional.
Yeah, I went to school for 3 hours.
Yeah.
I have the YouTube
And you got
history to prove it.
and you got the paper to prove it too. I mean, come on. Let's be
Yes.
realistic here. Don't sell yourself short.
Yes. That's right.
Be proud of that.
My mama didn't raise no vape scented simp. I have good reasons for what I want or why I want what I want. I want Scotty's fur coat and I want his bag of laundry. And I'll also take his phone because when he bought me that phone, I felt valued for the first time in my life. I mean,
That
every
was
time
pretty
I.
special.
What?
That was very special, I must say.
Yes, it was special.
I could tell from the video that you were touched.
I'm always touched. I'm very,
Not in
very
not in that
tender.
way, but you know.
I'm like a burn victim. You can't say anything to me without finding a reason to have hurt by what you have said. And all of my feelings, they have legal bases. I can take them
Well,
to court and use them and win in a case.
that's why I try to be careful when I talk to you. I mean, every time I think you've known that. When I talk to you and I talk, I always try to be respectful and not to be um, escalating any harm.
Well,
It's always a focus on reduction.
what better way to have proven that my credentials are valid and my experience is valid? Because what is harm reduction? That is teaching other people to be careful. And it is an honor to be able to be on your little show on this stupid little channel. Okay? I truly only do press for the Lancet of or maybe the New England Journal of Medicine or Clayton Bigsby's Backdoor Journal of Harm Reduction. That's in the Midwest, by the way.
Yeah.
Whenever they send me an email, I get very excited. I see them my manifesto, but I call it a womanifesto for obvious reasons.
Nice. Nice touch. And the people in the Midwest might not understand you, but that's okay. They'll climb, to your level at some point. Just keep doing what you're doing. Don't hold back. Don't try to sugarcoat anything or soften it for them. They'll catch up. But Midwesterners, they're a special breed of people.
I agree. There are lots of different breeds of people. And I will tell you this Scotty is a very special man. There has never been another man in my life that I've decided to dedicate my whole life to while publicly telling everybody I hated him. I hope you all understand what
Right.
my strategy is. It's very important that you do because one day he's going to look back on this all and he will see a video of me in my dress and my makeup and how beautiful I am. And he's just going to fall in love with me, David B. He's going to start talking nice about me and all this other stuff. I really hope that happens. That's why I do all of these things to get his attention. Right? He just says mean things.
Yeah, I hope that for you too, Becky. I really do. I hope all of your dreams come true, and Scotty's available. First of all, there's a bit of a line of people I think waiting to take that position that you're talking about now. So
Oh, I don't have no
hopefully the
dignity or
competition will produce
integrity.
straight.
Oh, no dignity or integrity. I'll do it like once in a field for 30 seconds if I can just be able to brag about it.
Hmm.
Look,
Well,
I
yeah,
or in the street. I mean, that's where I'm most comfortable. I'm basically a surgeon of the streets, by the way, handing out the pipes and needles with the precision of a Swiss watchmaker. Even if the reduction part of the harm is just me telling people, good luck with that, babe, while they do it.
yeah. A Swiss watchmaker. That's pretty precise, Becky. That's some pretty lofty goals you got set out there.
Yes. Only some narcotics can make you hyper focused enough to do that. And I don't deal them, I promise. I don't say or even suggest that I do. Please.
Right. So, are you still working out of your shed, or have you upgraded your cushy surroundings any at all?
I took a
Lately, or
23-minute online course from a website that didn't even require a credit card um, to learn how to decorate this shed. It is basically where I go when everybody in the house threatens to call the police for, I don't know, is it noise pollution? They have my voice characterized in a very specific way in one of the ordinances in my area. And it says that I cannot talk loudly because, once again, glass breaking, dogs and cats screaming, and people like to get their sleep. So I have soundproofed my shed. Not even the oldest, crinkliest, most weather-beaten of Capri Sun bottles will make a noise in here, sir. Oh,
right?
excuse me.
That's okay. No, I honestly, I think they should name a street after you. I really do. For what you've done and what you've sacrificed, and how you put
Yes.
yourself out there, and the honesty that you portray, and you don't elaborate on things that shouldn't be elaborated on, and I, I'm just real impressed. I really have. From the beginning,
What should the
it's been a
street be
challenge.
named?
Well, I'll- I think they should leave that to you. Why wouldn't you be able to pick that? I mean, who better? I certainly not me.
Well, I pick a lot of things for and on myself, including the scab that I gave myself when I cut my finger trying to show everybody how to cut tomatoes for salsa. But instead of watching the very sharp object in my hand, instead I was paying attention to chat because the admiration of strangers is the most important thing in the world.
So you never answered my question. I don't think you did. I may have missed the answer, but do you um, do you really have a grasp on what else these hearings and this whole process is about beyond your little
Noise.
your little
Absolutely.
world and your voice?
Absolutely. We all know why I go, and we all know why we're here. YouTube is like a reality show that shows twisted love stories. Okay? I need to say that even though I've been tackled at least 3 times this month on my way into the courtroom because you can literally see the heart bubbles popping from my head when I look over Scotty's way, his felonious attractiveness is not the reason behind all of this. The reason is because they notice my passion and they empathize with my victimhood. It's not about Scotty. It's not about Scientology. It's about me, the Vape Bush Bruja. And that will be the street name.
The Vape Bush Brew, huh? Is that going to be a one-way street?
Hopefully, it will be a circle so it can look just like me.
That's nice. That's really, I mean, that's very endearing. It really is. I appreciate that. Well, Becky, is there anything else that you want to share with me that I may not have the wherewithal and intelligence to think of before we go?
I wish I could clarify more easily so everybody could understand the reason that Scott needs to be in a cage. The man has committed a crime that even the Geneva Convention couldn't even come up with a word for. And I also want to thank you so much for being nice to me, because when you're not, I think about it and I can't sleep, and then I talk about it for like 2 years, and then I go to your court cases and I try to show up and do things and accuse you of doing things that you never even did because you're always on my mind, and I can't think of anybody else because there's something on my mind that comes up and it's not even important to me unless it has you or Scotty or somebody. So be careful with that.
Yeah. Okay, Becky. That's about where we wanted to go with this, I think. So until next time,
Okay, I love
you
you.
keep up the good work. Can't stand you at all, but that's okay.
That's okay. I
Just
can barely stand
keep
myself. I got a cane.
keep up the good work. It's a treasure.
Okay, well, muchísimas gracias. Oh
All right.
shit, that
Bye
truck
for
just hit
now.
the pole. Oh my god. All right. I mean, okay, bye. That was really funny what I just saw right now. Bye everybody. Thank you, David B.
Later.
Oh shit. That was good. Yeah, I'm gonna go over there and look. Bye guys. Let's go. Oh shit.